Hi guys, so this is another video and this topic is on anger. I know I haven't been as up to date with my video blogs and I haven't really put up much lately and I'm sorry about that. Just been really busy with college and different stuff going on with it between my creative writing club and then my CIS 101 business class. It's a lot of work, and of course, I have next week an exam and then the following week's finals, so you can imagine how busy I am. But I have free time right now to spare, so I'm making you this video. So I'm talking about anger. And I know there are people out there with really bad tempers, especially if you're an Italiano like me, you have a bad temper. But in my case, it's also with the bipolar. Now, we tend to get our emotions take the best of us, and whether us women PMS, or it could be a woman or a guy in general that this applies to, when we get angry, we can't control ourselves. We'll slam doors, we'll break things, we'll yell, we'll curse, we'll run amok basically in our household or wherever we are. Because when you're bipolar, you tend to do those things. You go all psycho mode. But I don't like to use psycho when it comes to psychosis or psychological issues, so we tend to act a little abnormal than usual, I shall say. So yeah, this video is going to strictly be on also because I've been there and done that with my anger, lashed out on people cyberly and in person verbally. So I'm going to do suggestions on how to control your anger better and some coping techniques. Number one, when you feel like you're angry and gonna go on an outburst with family or friends, isolate yourself. I wouldn't recommend this when you're depressed. Isolate and close and lock your door in your room and stay yourself, because that's when it gets worse and you let your depression take the best of you. But when you're angry, you don't want to be around people you love and say not nice, unkind words. So my advice to you is you go in your room, you close the door. Yeah, you could slam the door, allow your frustration, but that's as far as it goes with your anger. And you count to, well, for me, I can't just count to 10 because then it's not as long as a process to calm me down. So I count to 20, I breathe in and out, I meditate, and that it kind of lingers down and it makes me more relaxed. So I recommend that for you guys. Yoga helps with anger. Kickboxing might help or might not help, I don't know, because kickboxing, you're letting your frustration out, but at the same time you're still like physically showing anger. So I think yoga is better suited. So if you have a yoga mat in your room, or if you're on your bedroom rug or floor, you could just do yoga that way. You could watch yoga tapes and watch how they do it and just follow through. Or go for a jog. Let out your frustration that way, because when you're jogging, your endorphins are kicking in, and you'll get so tired after your jog that you'll pass out and you'll take a nap. And then it'll be like the anger never happened because you were so tired from jog and doing running laps that you've fallen asleep. So those are good techniques. Also, when you're angry, rather than post about it on Facebook, because sometimes people with bipolar can do that. If they're really angry, they want to let their message across, and it's also attention seeking too. Rather than doing that, I have a vent notebook, and that has helped me a ton because I don't rant and rave on social media no more like I did when I was a teenager. So basically, if you don't have any notebooks at home, I can imagine everyone having notebooks at home if you're in college or if you use it for grocery shopping list or notebooks in general that you need. Just take a pen, have your notebook, open it up, and write your vent as long as it needs to be. If you need to just write a bunch of curse words on it, do that, because whatever therapeutic way you need to do to vent out your anger on a notebook, do it. Just let your pen just run amok really fast. And then that way, when the anger is done, you read your notes of your anger vent, and then it'll help you that way because you're not doing anything toxic by posting about it on social media. You're not lashing out on your family or friends. You're journaling about your emotions. I think in general, people with bipolar should journal. That's what I do. even if you don't like to write, you should still do it because I feel it's very therapeutic in my opinion. I might be biased because I'm a writer and I love to write, so journaling's always a good technique for me to let out my emotions, whether I'm depressed, whether I'm suicidal and feeling lost, whether I'm angry, whether I'm heartbroken. I just feel like writing it all down in a event notebook really helps soothe the tone of the mood. And it's better to be private than public with your emotional business. So when you're angry, vent notebook is very, very beneficial. So get yourself a vent notebook. Get yourself like a vent notebook. That's the bottom line. Other ways to control your anger. If you feel like your anger is getting the best of you, I'm recommending you to go seek counseling, go to a therapist, because they will help you, give you the right motivation of how to cope with your anger, how to let it go quicker than a typical day for you. So definitely do that as well. Don't stop yourself from seeing a therapist. Don't be in denial about your anger. If you feel like you need to take anger management classes, or like Charlie Sheen did, or if you need to in general just go seek a therapist, do that, because you need to find a healthy fit for yourself, to let go of grudge holding from people in your past, let go of the anger and bitterness you have. You need to find a way. And I'm not saying that you're not going to ever be angry again once you let things out in your vent notebook, once you do yoga, once you seek counseling, because the anger is always going to eventually come back in you because we feel different emotions every day. And obviously, it's just what it's gonna do. Just like medication, it's gonna help it. It's gonna help balance it, help decrease the anger. It's gonna just help you in terms of, it's gonna be therapeutic for you. It's gonna give you the boost to not have much of anger inside you growing. It's gonna just unleash it out of you more so to speak. So yeah, I definitely advise you to do that without question, without further ado, do it. Ever since I started doing more journaling in my vent notebook, ever since I started just slamming the door shut and keeping to myself with times with anger and temper, it's made my life better. Because I'm not yelling and screaming in my house. I'm not doing any of that type of anger, frustration, lashing out with words, or doing anything reckless. I'm simply just closing the door to my room, keeping to myself, writing my vent notebook, and doing what I gotta do to keep it not out of line. Keep it in the right line. It needs to be in a healthy way. And once my anger is gone, it's the best feeling in the world. So do that, guys. So that's the topic for today. Um, and basically, once my semester of college is done, which is May 16th, I'll probably be doing more videos then, because my studying has to be top priority and my assignments before they're all due on the finals day. So basically, once the summer comes, I'm going to be doing more YouTube blogging. I'm going to recite more poetry I'm coming out with. Fun fact is, this summer I'm going to be writing a lot of story type novels. I hope one day I could publish in books. So I have one story I've been working on that I started working on chapter 1 with. But there's going to be more chapters to come, and I'm trying to find a publishing company to publish my own poetry book, because I have 50 something poems throughout the years. So I definitely want to publish my own book. My goal is to maybe this year, maybe, I don't know if it's wishful thinking or too much unrealisticism, but I'm hoping to publish my first ever poetry book of my own work. I mean, the fact that I have 2 poems already published in books with other aspiring poets in an Eber poetry publishing company, I feel it's possible I could get my poems all published in a book, maybe eventually have novels coming out, and have making my dream an official reality, my dream come true, an established published writer. That's the goal. So yeah, a lot's coming my way for this year. A lot has happened to me in a good positive way, and I'm blessed. And I hope everyone else's year is really coming together. If you're bipolar, I hope everything's falling into place for you. because in 2017, 2 years ago, my life was a mess with my depression. 2018, I'm slowly coming back, but I was getting manic a lot. But this year, knock on wood, I'm not as symptomatic, and the meds have really helped me. My medication, the psychiatrist has helped me, therapy has helped me, and I've gotten more mature throughout the years, especially because I had to grow up fast with my bipolar. So I definitely feel even more so like an adult this day and age, at my age, than I did back, let's say, 6 years ago. So yeah, so I hope everyone's having a great day, having a great week. Everyone have a great blessed weekend. Stay healthy, stay positive, try to stay happy, free and clear in mind of any negative thoughts, and be well. XOXO.